Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you're watching Willie's Sports Talk. And here's your host, Willie Cook.
Welcome, sports fans from all around the world. Welcome to the third episode. This is actually going to be our first episode at a sports panel. What we're doing today is we are interviewing collegiate hockey players, Canadian collegiate hockey players playing down south of the border in the United States.
Yeah, Adam Rosenthal and Brandon Formosa.
Right on. Our first question today is, what do you recommend for young kids growing up to playing hockey? How different development? What do you recommend?
I think, honestly, for me, I think that it's important to kind of do a little bit of everything when you're growing up. I played baseball kind of in the off season. Lots of kids now are pretty focused on playing the same sport all year round. So I think it's good to kind of, when you're younger, play some different things, round out your skills as an athlete, and then kind of focus in on hockey.
I totally agree. Gretzky said the same thing, actually. Formosa, do you have anything on that comment?
I think just with hockey, and I mean, if it's specific to Canada, there's places that you can go and train. You kind of year round now. You kind of can play year round, but absolutely making sure that you have time away from the rink too, doing other things, because at the end of the day, your bodies grow at different kind of rates. And when you're in your teens, some guys grow at different rates and hit their kind of growth spurt at different times, and you never know how that development path works.
Well said.
Yeah.
Second question: where did you guys play junior hockey at?
I played for Aldergrove Kodiaks when I was 16 in the Pacific Junior League, and then I moved up to play for Kootenay, Swift Current, Regina, and Portland in the Western Hockey League.
Okay, and Brando?
I played for Powell River, where you guys are from, for the Kings.
Oh, right on. Cool.
When I was 16, and I was in Preston, the KIJHL, and the Melfort Mustangs in the Saskatchewan.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you guys went and played university in the States. Did you guys have an agent, or do you guys recommend an agent?
So I ended up playing UBC in British Columbia. Brando played in the States in Oklahoma, but for me, I had an agent when I was in junior. And yeah, it's kind of a unique process when you're thinking about going to play college. Like you'll have teams recruiting you, and I knew when I was away from home and through Western Canada and in the States, I was looking forward to coming back and playing in BC.
Oh, right on. And you, Brando?
No agent. Yeah, it was just something I think when we talked to schools and tried to figure out what the best option was for hockey, school, and then financial.
What was it like to leave home and be away when you were young?
It was fine. I mean, wherever you go, you get taken good care of. It's always good people involved that are kind of putting their time into it. So
Dealt with it.
yeah, absolutely.
And how did you guys make your decision on what team you choose? Like, is it because of academics, hockey program, coaching, somebody you knew?
What I was kind of saying was, I was talking to a few schools after my last year of junior, and ultimately, I think I looked at a school that would probably be competitive in a competitive window to play, good education where I knew I could, go and then have a career with after, and then, financially, whatever worked the best for me. So that was kind of how I made my decision.
Uncle Doc, you got a question for the boys? I'm sure it'd come up for beauty.
Yeah, well, you guys, like, your bodies would mature a little bit more too, I guess, going to college instead of, maybe making the NHL at 19 or 20, right?
Yeah. I don't know if the NHL was really in the cards for it. But yeah, I mean, you go to college, you have all the stuff you need there as far as training and ice time. So I'm sure, like, the facilities they've got at UBC.
Yeah, it's great. It's good. You get to play junior for 5 years, and then get to play for UBC. And like when you're asking, just to follow up what Brandon says, some of the stuff that you can say, there's obviously like the facilities and stuff for sure, but you're looking at academics, like how the school ranks. Are you going to set yourself up for life after hockey? And then also, like you said, like is the hockey program competitive? What's the coach like?
Do you regret leaving home and playing hockey and all that kind of stuff, or was it a good time?
What do you think?
No, I think it was the best years of my life doing it. So I was definitely wouldn't say it's a regret. I knew from a young age, like right away when I was a little guy, I wanted to play like in the Western Hockey League. So it was lucky enough to reach my goal, and different path. Some guys go junior A route. They look to go against NCAA and play down in the States, but I knew I wanted to play in Western Canada, and it was kind of hard, I guess, leaving home when you're 15. It's tough to see your parents and give them the final hug before you move into a new house when you're that age, but it was definitely worth it, and like helps you grow up and meet a lot of lifelong friends and all that stuff. So it was best years of my life for sure.
What about you, Brandon?
Yeah, same thing. I mean, I got to go up to Powell River. My folks are from there. We lost game 7 of the final with Vernon Vipers. What a great way to just kind of enter your junior career and start meeting people. And like Rozzy said, hey, I can pretty much go anywhere in North America now, I guess other than Mexico, and you know a guy it's play hockey that you reconnect with. So yeah, it's great for school and for playing with your collegiate sport, but the connections we made through the years, it's kind of a big thing.
Bonding with people.
Absolutely.
So I'm not sure you guys heard, Elliot Friedman from the NHL brought up there last year, and he's brought it up 6 months ago, that major junior hockey players down the road could possibly go south of the border and play hockey. What's your guys' thoughts on that?
It's interesting for sure. It's never happened so far in the history of, the whole time we've been growing up. But I think Hockey Canada is looking at some different routes now because of what's happening with some leagues separating and stuff like that, where kind of what happened recently was the BCHL has always been like the top development league, top junior A league in Canada. And they separated now into like their own separate entity. So kids from BC and everything that want to go there and play and try to get scholarships down south, they don't have that option as much anymore. So I think that Hockey Canada is looking at different routes of maybe pushing all of the top talents into major junior so that they have the option to play there. And if it doesn't work out to go pro, then they can still go play college in the States. Because you'll have situations, you'll have like a Macklin Celebrini or Adam Fantilli, like these top guys that choose to go USHL or BCHL and then go to the college route.
Right.
Where I think if they made that change in Hockey Canada where you could play major junior and then still go to the States afterwards, I think then you'd always see like the Celebrities and the Fantillis play major.
Yes.
To stay up the option.
Yes.
Right?
And it makes Canadian Hockey League better.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thoughts on that, Brando?
Yeah, if that could happen in the future, then you got your tiers of the junior hockey, Western League being at the top, and then kids don't have to make a decision. You can still go play in kind of the best route to get them, get in school and continue to play professionally. So if that could happen, it would be incredible. You guys come in with dub going to the NCAA and then going to the show. Like I'm saying, these guys don't have to leave and go to Illinois or whatever. They can stay away from BC or Canada and Florida.
So the education's very important. Like, you get hurt right away, and if you got an education, I could go on better, like I said.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it true that if you play 1 year Canadian Hockey League, you get 1 year of eligibility afterwards?
Yeah. So like you sign and then every game that you play is like every game or everything you do is kind of you get like a full year scholarship. So like every year that you play in the Western League, it's a full year of schooling in any Canadian university.
Okay. How about travel? Are you guys busing, flying, and give me a typical road trip?
So in the state, I played in division in the Southwest. So Colorado State, Arizona, Missouri State, and then Alabama, and then Northern Oklahoma. And we would bus within the division. We would fly if we were kind of playing another conference there. But like going to ASU is about 16 hours on the bus. So long trips on the bus.
Yeah. And then, it's a little bit different. So like when I was in junior, you'd bus everywhere. So kind of everywhere across Western Canada, you'd have super long trips if you're in like the US and you're going to Prince George or coming from Manitoba to BC, like you'll have a trip like that once every other year or every year. And those were long. You'd bus to every game. And then when you're in university, when we're at UBC, we just played against all the Western Canadian college teams. So U of Alberta, U of Saskatchewan, U of Manitoba, so then we'd fly every weekend up there.
Okay. And then how about biggest crowds you guys played in college?
In college, we'd have our Winter Classic games at UBC that were pretty big. We'd probably get 6,000-7,000 for those.
That's cool. Classic.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
Not as much. I mean, we'd pack our arena when we played against Sooners. I'd say about 1,000. A couple places we played about, but
okay. Another question: a percentage of Canadians on an American college team?
Well, we're going to be different. So in the CIS, you guys are probably 100% Canadian, right?
Yeah, I mean, Underwood is my buddy. He's like maybe the one American we have, but I think it's pretty, like 95%. It's going to be 95% Canadian schools. It's usually Canadians. But Brando, probably different a little bit.
So I think our league was more predominantly Americans. Our school was, I'd say, like 80% Canadian.
Oh, wow.
It was kind of just different. Yeah, we had a couple local guys, a couple other Americans, and then we had some European guys from Sweden, Russia, Switzerland. I think that's it. But yeah,
Okay.
mostly Canadian.
Right on. How about the culture? What's between junior and BC compared the culture in the States? What's the culture? You get lots of fans, there's cheerleaders, or tell me about it.
So in the States, it's I guess like you played in Portland, which
Yeah.
probably be a lot closer to like Oklahoma. A lot of people didn't really know what hockey was, so there's a lot of teaching involved with that, right? Like if you get an opportunity to talk about it, teach a kid how to skate, you kind of try to make the most of it because you're going to grow the game, right? And I think with our fans, there's a lot of like the rough and tough stuff. People kind of cheer for that and didn't really understand a lot of the other rules. Yeah, it's a full 360 from here where every person knows, if something was offside or missing. It was, people love football, which my parents, they don't know a lot about hockey, but they like going to the games for sure.
Comment on that, Uncle Tom?
Yeah, I was playing down there. It was very competitive and stuff like that. For you guys.
I'd say that there's about 80 teams in Division 1, and I'd say the top 15 were very competitive. But yeah, it's always a good time. You back to train every day and they get games on the weekend, go to school. Can't really beat it. It's always sunny.
Yeah. In college, was it there more training and to learn the game or games? Because I go to WHL, they usually play like 3 games a week and go for it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, we played three games, maybe 4 a week in junior. If it's a super heavy league, we usually 2 or 3, and then but like the schedule, so like we played 72 games in junior, and then when we were in college, we only played 28. So cut down quite a bit where we'd only play on weekends, Friday, Saturdays.
it's got to work with the education bit too, right? So it's Friday, Saturdays to the
Yeah.
games in some years.
So more theory in the hockey?
Yeah, absolutely.
Last question, Doc. Uncle Doc. Would you like to do a last question? Uncle Doc, we call him RA sometimes, Real Madro. Let's go ahead. Last question, Doc. Uncle Doc.
You guys are probably pretty happy with what you guys done with your career in the beginning and all that kind of stuff when you were young.
Yeah, absolutely. I think for me, I think when I was 14, 15, kind of when we were in Bantam, we would have been around BC playing in these, what is it, the high performance BC stuff. And Roz and I were on the Fraser Valley team, and then you kind of lose connection with people because everyone's going their own way to play junior or whatever. And I think with like the WHL draft, all that stuff coming up, I realized I wanted to go play in the United States and to ultimately started trying to play in the BCHL after that. So getting to go down there, live there, play there, graduate from there, it's fulfilled whatever expectation or goals I had. So
Good for you.
Yeah, very cool. I have one more question. The fans want to know. I know, like, I was a party in my day. What's the party situation like down there? Like, let's don't tell all the stories, but I want to hear a good story. Like, I want to let's hear a good story, party story.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of specifics. I can't think of anything, but I know that guy in the background, I live with him and in UBC, and just like I think my 3rd year, like the famous Roxy in Vancouver. I think I went kind of crazy. I think I went there probably 25, 30 times in 1 year. So it's just kind of our spot that we'd like to go, and always had a good time there with the Corona Tequila combo. So
the rope lifted for Rousey when you're on the hockey.
Yeah.
It's just fun.
Yeah.
VIPs, eh?
We're lined up down Granville. We can't even get in. It's my first there, so
it was a lot of fun.
All right. I'd like to just last comment here. Just if you like our show, I'd like you guys to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, everybody.
And thanks for watching Willie's Sports Talk. If you like our videos, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, as it really helps our channel grow.